We are ready. Mike Daniels, what's up, dude? Joey B, what's up, man? Oh, man, Iceman Defoe, I hope your kids go to bed, man. Cock blocking for weeks. Iceman Defoe's kids are cock blocking him, Leah.
Yeah, we know that.
We know that. Yeah, that shit happens, man. Am I live right now? Is everybody in here? What's up, Awandi? I don't know what that was. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? You guys are on Patreon right now, right? Is the Patreon app... How's the Patreon app working? Is it working good? It's alerted you guys to this? Sound black to me. That was hilarious. This couch looks like shit behind me. Look at it. Like, there's no way to, like, if you cover it with the gray blanket, it looks trashy. But if you take the gray blanket off it, the old 50s, 40s colored fucking couch looks like shit. So no matter what, it just looks like shit. What's up, Broken Matthew? What's up, guys? Dude, the kid's right on the wall and shit. It got all fucked up. Dude, that's weird. My phone just automatically turned my ringtone down. That was the weirdest thing. The ringtone thing came up and then it went all the way down to the bottom on its own. That is so fucking weird. And now it won't go away. That's really weird. Look at this. My ringtone on my phone just came on. Look at it. And it went, and then the whole volume thing went all the way down to the bottom on its own.
You must be pushing down on the button.
Oh, you think this thing is touching it? Oh, I'm a fucking retard. Fucking retard. No, don't turn off. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm a fucking retard, dude.
Look at this amazing thing.
Look at this, it's fucking magic, man. Like, what's going on? I was gonna say, you ever seen this glitch before? Awandi's got bud mud up in this fuck. Yeah, I was gonna have people hang out on the call with me and shit, but then, fucking, thanks, Based Alcatraz, but yeah, then I realized my computer needs to reboot, I need to clean all this shit because the computer's fucked up, so, it's not fucked up, but my computer froze on me, so I figured I'd go live with this shit anyway for now. Yeah, it's amazing what Patreon became, man. About 4 years ago, 4 years ago, I went on Patreon and we had like 10 supporters on Patreon for like $50 or something a month total. It was, I didn't really do anything though. It wasn't until about 2 years ago that I realized, like, let me make sure I do some shit on here or there's no fucking reason to do it. I don't know, man. What's up with you guys tonight? I was hoping to do a hangout where I can invite you guys all in. To the chat. What? Is your volume going down too? Wandy, I love Patreon. I think it's saved a lot of shit for sure. Despite, people being scared that they'll fuck us over like YouTube does. I'll blow the guy from Patreon. Plus it alerts you every time I'm live, right? Did you guys all got an alert? I assume most of you, unless you turned your emails off. You get an alert, I think, just about every time. Yeah, a lot of people were pissed at missing shit. That's true. What's up, Mike Daniels? Heistman Defoe. Dolphin on. Hey. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Someone offering people and fucking us all. What's that? Triple M, thanks for subscribing, man. Marvin, what? Thanks for subbing. What are these alerts coming in, man? Why don't they tell me what this is? Are you guys seeing alerts on your screen? I'm not sure what the alerts are. What are those alerts? fuck are those alerts? What's up, Marvin? What?
Oh, that's why.
What? Oh, I see. People are like subbing to that channel. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't. Don't bother subbing to the channel here because, to be honest, I delete these channels after I stream on them, so you don't even need to sub to this channel, to be honest. So don't bother subbing to the new YouTube channel because I'm just gonna delete it anyway. I just I just delete all the subs and remake it every time. So yeah, don't bother. But you know what I didn't think about was I know that we're on Patreon, so there's really no need for it, but there's probably no super chat on this channel, so I probably should have gone. You know, I would have gone live on a one of the other channels, but then you can't be on hidden or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, some crazy person. Google buys Patreon and $1 billion deal. Yeah, bans Alex Jones, bans everybody. Yeah, we'd be fucked. I'm telling you, man, if Google buys Patreon, like, say goodbye to everybody. Right now, because right now YouTube's trying to compete with Patreon. They're doing the they called it sponsors. Now they changed it to, the fuck did they change it to? Members. So you can be a member for like $4.99 a month right now on YouTube. And I think they want to expand on that, like to like the same thing as Twitch, like $9.99, $19.99, that type of thing. I don't think that's ever really going to work out for them. I could even tell them right off the bat that it's not going to work, you know, very much for them. I think they're going to do way better with just keeping Super Chat the way it is. They'd probably have a better time if they just went ahead and you know, focus more on making Super Chat even better. What's up, Moon? What's up, Mezzy? What's up, Spiderland? What's up, Mike D? Yeah, Boogie is always lame. He's a pussy. You know, he's like, Alex Jones is a scumbag. You know, maybe he shouldn't have gotten banned, but, you know, that's what happens, you know. Yeah, okay. Boogie says that until they come for him, too. And they do come for him often because he's a target, because he's a wuss. Unfortunately. But I guess I don't blame Boogie. He's terrified of what's it called? Confrontation. He's just terrified of it. I think he might actually be like a shit behind off camera too, but yeah, I'm not surprised that he pussed out on that. He should have led the way and said this is bullshit. You know, Alex Jones might be a scumbag, fucking asshole, but you know, this is a dangerous thing. Yeah, it's a dangerous thing what they're doing. They're bigger scumbags for doing this. Which is, well, I don't know if they're bigger scumbags, but it's a very scary thing. Let's put it that way. What's going on, because it always starts this way and then it gets bigger. Same thing happened when PewDiePie got attacked. Who would have thought they would attack PewDiePie? But they attacked PewDiePie because PewDiePie was the #1 YouTuber who was made by himself. And they attacked PewDiePie because the Washington Post attacked PewDiePie, and then CNN attacked PewDiePie, right? Tried to call him a Nazi and all these other things because he made a joke in a video. The guy's not even from America and has nothing to do with any of the shit we have over here. He's a nice dude who just is a little trolly. Like, I mean, the guy just seems like a pretty cool dude who likes to make fucking jokes. And they called him a goddamn Nazi. And they tried to shut him down as best they could, or like, you know, to get rid of his credibility, you know. And that way they could bring in like, hey, look, no, we've got CNN and NBC and all these other things. You don't want to listen to these fake news sites. Which is clearly what they did. You know, banning people for that reason, I think, is bogus. Even if you hate him, you know what I mean? I think I'm not a big fan. He does entertain me. I think he's funny. You know, I didn't think what happened. I don't think what happens when people call everybody crisis actors is funny. I think that's something where, you know, you need concrete proof before you start saying everybody's a crisis actor or something like that. You can certainly question it, though. I have no problem with them questioning that shit. But you got to be careful about it, you know, a little bit. And I don't think he was as careful as he could be, knowing that you maybe have some crazy fucking listeners. So that, and the people that called were the despicable ones, not necessarily him for questioning it. You know what I mean? I really believe in questioning everything. You know, I like the idea of questioning everything, even if we think it's ridiculous or I think it's ridiculous. You know, the first 6 years after September 11th, when people questioned it, I was like, "You're fucking a crazy asshole! Like, get out of here." I wanted to hear nothing. I wanted to hear not one word from anybody who wanted to criticize or question how 9/11 happened. But now, when you look at the evidence and you look at what they won't tell us, and you look at why did this happen when they knew about it, it just kind of, you go, well, there's a million other false flags that have happened in real life in history. If you read history, this is how you go to war. This is how you get the public to agree to a war. Why did we go there? And there was weapons, and then there wasn't. I mean, there's something fucked up. And so now I don't mind questioning it. And that's the thing, is it's hard to say, like, because it's difficult. It's difficult when a lot of people lose their lives and people die and shit like that happens, for you to be like, I'm going to start questioning what really happened. It feels like you're insulting the families, but really you're not, because you're doing the families justice by trying to make sure that stuff is right. As long as you're doing it the right way, in good taste, and certainly when there's people's kids that died, it's different than September 11th saying like, oh, you know, we might have done it to ourselves. That's less insulting than saying like, oh, your kid's an actor. You know what I mean? The people said the Boston bombing was an act too, and that's where I really gave up on all that stuff, because my neighbors lost his kid lost his friend. You know, the kid was dead. It was, you know, there wasn't a fake kid. You know, people were saying, oh, the bodies were fake and stuff like that. And I was like, no, that kid's real. I'm pretty sure the kid's real. I went to fucking hockey with a guy whose son is best friends with the kid, and the kid's all screwed up from it. So I'm pretty sure the goddamn kid's real. You know, that type of stuff. But again, to ban this guy everywhere like this is in their rights. But why did all these companies, Spotify, Apple, Facebook, YouTube, everybody, why did they all come together last night and do this all at the same time? And somehow they violated terms, somehow, whatever. I've heard some fucked up podcasts everywhere that aren't banned. I'm not saying I want them banned either. But you know, it's just picking somebody out that you just don't like. You know what I mean? Your friend fucks something up, you go, it's alright, Steve. You know, some guy that you hate fucks something up and you go, fuck him, like he's done. You're looking for a reason. And in some cases that's how life works, because life isn't fair, as we know. But it starts to trickle down at some point, I think. I don't know. Have I heard of Operation... What the fuck? There's so many questions. Northwoods, I did not hear of that. Patriots Day, I haven't seen it yet. I do want to watch it, though. I can't even believe we made a movie about it already. Dude, that was so surreal. That was fucked up. I remember I was sitting here thinking about making a video on the marathon that day, and I think we had it on the background. And I remember just being like, I think I just saw someone's fucking arm or something. Like I saw a shot of something fucked up. And I was like, what the hell is happening? And I don't know, man. It was messed up. It was really weird. It always feels way worse when it's closer to you. When it's closer to you, you become like way more. I think part of his fight or flight too kicks in, because like your brain starts saying like, hey, this is near me, like this is close to us. You know, your brain like subconsciously is more alert. Like something happens in like California right now, I'm gonna be watching it like, whoa, this is fucked up. But if something happens in Massachusetts, I'm gonna be like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? And then if they said it was happening in my city, I would be like, holy fuck, you know, your heart would be kind of racing while you're watching it, because you're really starting to like, do I have to look out for something? So I think that's your brain. I think that's fight or flight or whatever the fuck. What's up, Heist Man? Tommy Barber channel? He was dope. Tommy has a... Oh, no. Are you saying Tommy's actual barber had a channel? Or are you saying the guy making fun of that has a channel? That's kind of fucked up. I can't really endorse that. That's... I mean, you know, it's... I actually have to turn my fucking... What's the I have to turn my I don't know what you call it, compassion. I have to turn my compassion off when somebody donates as Tommy's dead barber or something like that. I have to really turn my compassion off to laugh about that, because it really is fucked up. It's really not nice, to be honest, but it's like when you, we're doing a comedy show and somebody donates, you know, and I laugh at it. It is, you know, you start laughing at it, like, oh, that's funny, but it's really fucked up. Like when you think about it from his point of view, like his fucking barber died. You know what I mean? I mean, it's funny on the outside. We don't know the barber, so you know, it's like it's funny. You know, you gotta laugh at something, but I don't know, it is a little fucked up. I really got to turn my empathy level off, or I would be like, you know, don't do that. Maybe I should, but I don't know. I don't want to think about it either. So like I'm happy laughing about it because I don't want to think about a guy dying. You know, that's the thing. It's a selfish thing. But I'm gonna admit that. What the fuck, dude? I'm playing NHL right now. I'm not getting Madden right now. No. I honestly planned on doing this in the future when we do these. I will be doing them how I usually do them, so I can take your phone calls on Skype and we can hang out and talk and have you guys all here. I'm kind of just babbling on, and this is not what I wanted for tonight, but my computer needs to, what's the fucking word? Decompress or whatever the fuck. Defrag. I'm defragging my computer and resetting a bunch of shit. I'm assuming that's why it keeps restarting itself. It's getting close to where I got to build a new computer, to be honest. We're getting there. By next year, I definitely have to have a new computer because of how things change and shit. And you know, I built that thing for $700, so I'm pretty confident that I can drop $800 and rebuild myself another beast. You know, so I'm trying to hang on though, at least especially until we get into a house. If we can get into a house. Comes down to I'm trying to save as much more money, so I have as much money saved when it comes time to pay all the taxes off, get the house, and then also it's probably going to take us a little time to look for a house. I assume I've heard stories where people just like, bam, we went in, we bought the house, that was it, we had a house in a second. So I've heard stories like that, and I've heard nightmares where people are like, you know, just every house, this happened, that happened, we got fucked and whatever. I'm pretty confident in the buying power that we'll have, especially if we're in the 300s range, that we'll be able to increase our bid on a house that we like. So that's the good news. It's really just about paying off the IRS, waiting for that 30 days to clear from my finance people, and then it's going to be about making decisions about like, hey, is it cool that, you know, my kid's probably going to have to come out of school and switch schools in the middle of a year, which is not what I wanted, but that's just probably what's going to happen, you know, so that kind of sucks. The only thing I could see happening that would stop that is if for some reason we went into January or something like that and we were looking at houses, which Jesus Christ, I hope not. I want to wake up on Christmas morning in a new house. I mean, that's it. You know, we wanted to be looking in April. And so then it got pushed back to July. You know, now we're getting into August. The good news is it's probably going to happen, but it's just taking a little bit longer than we thought. So my goal is, whether it's in 2 months, a month, whatever, on Christmas morning I want to wake up, and whether we've been there for months or not, or days, I don't know, but I want to wake up on Christmas morning in a different house, in a different place, where my kids don't all sleep in the same room. And so, I mean, I can only appreciate you guys for not only getting all this bonus content here, but supporting the channel like you guys do, and the ones that donate on top of being patrons too is pretty crazy. And whatever else. I gotta look at the chat here to see what you guys are saying. As soon as I'm getting my ass kicked right now because I'm not really paying attention to this game, but. And this guy's, I'm pretty sure, is like glitch goal and everything. TV viewership is dropping. Try to turn it on TV on YouTube. Yeah, everything's dropping. Jason Tar, what's up? Joey B, what's up? Oh man, I should have had it on. Is JB in here? Why did someone say happy birthday to JB? He's not in here. I thought he was in here. Well, happy birthday to JB anyway. People gotta stop giving up ammo too. Quit telling your pain, and you should know these fucks gonna use. I don't know what you're talking about. I have an AMD in my laptop. Joe, you banned those people? Thanks for the bonus content. What's up? Who did I ban? What are you talking about? Banned who? See, I wish I was on Skype right now. I mean, I could probably stop the stream and restart it on my, There's the game, man. Now you can see my game. I'm getting the shit kicked out of me, guys. Oh, JB subbed? Okay, so he's probably watching this right now. What's up, JB? How long have I had my computer? I built it, if you guys remember, I built it on Twitch live. I built some of it live for you last year on Twitch. Oh no, it was a year and a half ago. It wasn't last Christmas, it was the Christmas before, so it's a year and a half old. It's coming up on 2 years, right? So this Christmas it will be 2 years old. My other computer shit itself, and I just went out and bought all the parts, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna build it, man. D-Moon, what's up, man? What are you saying, D-Moon? Oh, I banned Scott. I banned Scott on Twitter, yeah, because he wouldn't shut up. He wouldn't stop sending me fucking stupid shit. He's just annoying like that. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Go fucking fight with Ken if you want about it. You know what I mean? Ken told me, like, you know, we didn't want to release the podcast, and I said, yeah, I agree, we shouldn't do that. And then Ken had the guy on his fucking show the other day after, so I was confused about that. And then Scott's like, you know, you're hiding something with the interview you did. So now that I won't release the interview, you know, because me and Ken agreed not to release it, Scott is like, you know, it's because he says something on it. It's like, I didn't say anything on it, you fucking idiot. I was about to release it. I tweeted out that I was going to release it. And then obviously, you know, people were like, don't do that. But then why did they have him on? Like, I don't get it. And then he told me that, Ken told me that Scott called in his show over and over again, so he took his call. But then Scott's telling me that Ken called him. Like, so I have no idea. Like, everybody's lying to everybody, and I don't want anything to do with it. I just want to do my show, see people on Friday and Saturday or whatever. Whoever comes on, you come on, cool. I don't give a fuck about tweeting me 1,000 times about releasing a podcast we did that we didn't end up releasing. You know, I don't want to release a podcast because then everybody's gonna get pissed off. So I'm not gonna release it. The guy just wants to shut the fuck up. But, so I have no idea what to do with anyone anymore. Somebody tells me don't do it, and then they do it, and then other people say you can do it, but you can't do it. Dude, I'm just fucking, I'm just enough of everybody. I don't give a fuck. I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do, and you can suck my dick at this point. I may release the fucking thing. I don't fucking know. I'll do whatever the fuck I want, though, from now on, because everybody else does what the fuck they want. So, fucking, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. And you know what? Right now, I'm not releasing shit because I think it's funny that Scott's a fucking psycho and he just won't shut the fuck up about it. Well, now I'm never going to release it. You should have recorded it locally like I told you to, you fucking idiot. I told him if you wanted, I was like, hey, you know what? Record this locally so you have it too. You can fucking, you know, that way. Because I knew he might even pull something where, like, he goes, he edited it out or something. And it's like, no, I'm recording this all clean and it's going up all clean. But I told him to record it. That way, you know, in case I knew that he'd come up with something like that. So, I guess he didn't record it locally. But had he recorded it locally, he could have released it. Fucking dumb. It's nothing big either. It's just literally me fucking talking to the guy. It's like, you know, Ken really doesn't want me to release it. Scott really wants me to release it. Other people really want me to release it. Other people don't want me to. Scott's saying I said stuff that I didn't say on it, so now people want me to hear it. It's like, oh my Christ, dude. I hope a fucking comic kills us all. You know, to be honest. Ooh, I'm going to score a goal because I haven't scored one yet. D-Moon. Oh, yeah, D-Moon. You missed. If you didn't hear Corrupted yet, then you don't fucking understand, man. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm the one who lost. I lost Shell's Patreon originally months ago because I wasn't going hard enough on Scott, and so they said, you know, oh, you know, other people defend me against Scott, but you don't, you know, so I didn't defend her enough against Scott, so I lost her Patreon. Now she's friends with Scott, gets in a fight with Ken, and then unpatreons me because she's in a fight with Ken and I didn't defend her against Ken enough, I guess. It's fucking ridiculous, but it's crazy, man. And the funny thing is, now people are like, oh, you know, Joe, you're a scumbag for even taking Shell's donation. Well, you're a fucking idiot. See, like, there's nothing I can do right. Because when Shell was my patron, originally my patron, found Ken's show because of my show, ends up Patreoning him, then, when I shit on Scott, nothing gets said. The next day, Ken shits on Scott, then I get told I didn't shit on him enough, so she unpatrons me. So now I'm being told that I'm not protecting her enough, so now she's Ken's patron and not mine, and they're friends for months of her, like, donating to him but not me. And then she gets in a fight with him, comes back to me, and then I'm told that I'm an asshole again. It's like, well, I told you all this 8 months ago. I feel like I always go through this. I tell people, like, you see what this person is doing? This is weird. But then people are like, oh, well, you know, it's because you didn't support her enough. That's why she's not helping you out anymore. But now it's like, oh, you're a scumbag for still accepting her donations when she won't help other people. Like, what the fuck way do I go with it? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm fucked no matter what from some of these fucking people. It makes no goddamn sense. It's like, how come when other people finally get in a fight with somebody, then everybody stands up and goes, oh, this person's a shithead. But, like, I've been fighting with someone for months or a year, and it's like, it didn't happen. I've been telling you. It's the fucking weirdest thing ever. I see it all the time. Like, what in the world is this mentality? And then, yeah, that's the other thing, is I'm in a different position now. About a year ago or 8 months ago, you know, we were doing so well on this show that, you know what, people aren't going to buy me. I mean, that's true. That's just not going to happen. You know, but I will operate a certain way where I'll be like, you know, I'm not going to fucking bash somebody, even if they have a problem with somebody else, for the most part. You know, like I said on that stream, like, I'll support my friends over everything in the end, and that's what I said. But I'm not going to get involved in a beef of something when I don't have a problem with somebody, when, you know, there's no problem. Now, if somebody does something vicious to one of my friends that's really fucked up, you know, then I'm going to be like, alright, you know, what the fuck? Like, don't even be my patron, you know, I mean, I'm sure I'll say that. But when there's really nothing much going on with me, and when they themselves before had a problem with me, but they accepted their money, why would I, you know, why would I not do the same thing, you know? Obviously. Nobody questioned it before. So that was the, you know, but whatever. Anyway, we lost Shell, and whatever. I look at it from a standpoint of, like, well, there was no issue with me, but because of all the Scott drama, and with everybody else's stuff, I lost a patron for no real reason. I didn't do anything. But, you know, it was only a matter of time for someone to leave if they're that sensitive to other people's stuff. You know, in the end, the only person that got hurt was me. You know what I mean? Nobody else got hurt. Nobody else... They all fought, and the only person that lost out was me. But fuck it, like, it happens, you know? Fuck it. Shit happens. You're not a real fucking patron or fan or friend or whatever if you're just gonna drop fucking off the face of the earth because some of the people on the show or somebody else you didn't agree with, you know? So, if you're, you know, I appreciate everything she did, too. That's the thing, is people shit on her. But it's like, you know, I'm not going to shit on her because she supported the show. Like, I mean, dude, like, really, like, there were times a year and a half ago, I think, or a year ago, whatever it was, where we didn't have the best months, and her $600,000 to $800,000 in a month, like, made the difference of, like, oh, like, shit, I'm in trouble. I might have to turn all this off and, you know, go get a job again and do, like, one video a week or something like that, or I don't know. And, you know, she stopped that from happening. So it's whether you hate her, love her, whatever, you know, whether it was cancerous or not, or whether she wanted attention or didn't want it, or didn't support enough, or you didn't like her, or she was trying to buy in a community, whatever it was, it doesn't matter. All that mattered was she kept the show going for people to watch who couldn't afford it. There's people out there that don't have $1 to give, you know what I mean? But she was there, and she did it. I'm sure it won't be the last nail in the coffin, you know what I mean? I made Scott look like a fucking retard one time on my show too, but you know, I mean, I kind of did in the interview that we talked with him about. You know, I did that podcast with him yesterday, and I mean, I asked him questions like, why did you do this? Why did you do that? And everything. And I pretty much got what I thought I would get out of it. And I was kind of just trying to tell him, like, stop fucking around, man. Just stop. Like, look what he does. He just messaged me all day long. Now he's blocked on Twitter, you know? He messages me over and over and over again. Now he's blocked on Twitter. Now he canceled his Patreon. Fuck it. But yeah, I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to do what I do, man. And, you know, for people to shit on Shell is fucking retarded. Unless you're, I can understand it. If Shell has a problem with Ken or somebody and they have a fight, that's fucking fine. If they have a fight and they're being mean to each other, that's fine. But for, like, people to be like, fuck that person and get her out. Now, there's a lot of people that like Shell. But for people to shit on her, it's like, dude, I don't care. All I see is that she kept the show going. You know, people like her and other people keep the show going. So I don't care if they have a fight with somebody or there's a problem or some people don't like that they, whatever they do. You know, Himmelgod gets heat all the time for being a big roller. And I mean, that's what's going to happen. You know, ask Just Call Me Luke, you know. People will get, you will put yourself in a spotlight. You'll get heat from people because you're part of the show now, in a way. You know, when people hear from you, and you just got to be able to take it, you know. If you want to support the show and donate a lot and become a big roller, you're going to be involved in the community because you're just going to get that attention. And you got to be kind of like me. You got to be ready to be shit on and for people to fuck with you because they're going to. But you got to know that you're doing the right thing by helping. If you want to do the right thing and helping, if that's the right thing for you to give your money to support the show. But that's why I don't crap on Shell right now, because people are like, oh, you know, you should stick by other people. Well, it's true, and I will, but at the same time, like, this person kept the show going. You know, this person contributed a lot to the show, and without her, you know, there's a lot of people who watch for free, and they should watch for free, and it should be a free show, but it can't live that way anymore because of YouTube's new rules and shit. So I just really have trouble you know, bashing anybody like that because they liked the show, they were involved, they had fun, and they supported the show with money. That's like the fucking icing on the cake right there. So, I don't know, I really love Shell. I hope she's alright. You know, she's, when I tweeted out the other day about what happened, it wasn't to say like, oh, you know, Shell sucks for leaving. She certainly doesn't. I'm just saying that, I'm just trying to show people like what happens when you, if you fuck around with patrons or you fuck around with people who donate too much, like, you might get them to sour and to leave. And if you do that, there may not be a show. So if that was your goal, then good. But other than that, it's fucked up. And at this point, like, oh shit, I just got fucked up in this game. I wish I was broadcasting the game for you guys. I'm sorry that I'm on my phone right now. It's only because my computer's, I'm defragging my computer right now and I'm fixing it and stuff like that. So I'm sorry that I'm just sitting here rambling off and not being able to read the chat as much either because this program isn't giving me the chat that well. I think I see Jesse. What's up, Jesse? What's up, Jesse? I love you, bro. Good shit tonight. I'm going to have me and Jesse's podcast up in about 20 minutes or so when I'm done with this. I'm going to upload the After Dark podcast. It's an okay little podcast and whatever else. What's up, Awandi? Oh, shit, Shell's in here. What the fuck? What's up, Shell? Oh, my God. What's up? I'm talking about you. That's right, because you probably get the Patreon until the end of the month. I didn't think about that. Well, fuck it. I guess you just saw me defending the fuck out of you a little bit. I think I told the truth there, you know what I mean? I will never forget what everybody does. Even if they fucking leave. Oh, shit. I just almost died. Happy birthday to Bailey if he's listening. I don't know what he's doing tonight. He called me earlier, and I didn't get a hold of him. I could text him again, but you're on my phone right now. Hi. But yeah, then I jizzed in a carpet and I peed myself. CE Moore, fuck this shit. I'm taking my $2 and leaving. Didn't you leave someone else's recently, CE Moore? What's up, CE? Oh, Shell, you signed back up? What the fuck, Shell? You're fucking with my life, Shell. I gotta look at the chat in a minute. Let's see what we got here. What's up, Awandi? What's up, Minnesota Vikings? You think Justin Saley's crying? I don't think so. He's probably jerking off. May there be peace amongst the community. What the fuck, Jesse? Jesse's probably DMing somebody right now to fucking... Well, never mind. What's up, Jesse? Oh, man. You know, I think Joe might be losing it. What do you think Dave Rose is doing right now? That's what I'm wondering. What's up, D-Moon?
Is the AC on?
The AC's on. It's on.
Why is it so fucking hot right now?
I don't know. It's what I've been saying. I'm
It's
fucking
like
dying.
Fucking million degrees in here.
I know. I felt the AC and I was like, this feels like it's warm. You need to get the...
Oh,
You have pants on. Winter pants. Like, you should have, like, shorts on right now.
I did, and I like that color.
JB has a hot wife, says Mezzy Mez. Yeah, I'd like her and Leah to make a video. What's up, Seymour? How you doing, man? What's up, Aru Shin Chu?
Tell everybody where we're going. You're gonna hurt yourself before we go there.
No, I already hurt myself, remember? My ankle's healing. Oh, what's up, Patrick Carnes? How you doing, man? How's it? What's up to everybody who can't type right now either, too? Dude, we have 41 people in here. That's a lot of fucking people on a random Monday night at 2 in the morning on a Patreon stream. You know, there's sometimes I stream online publicly and there's like 60 people or 50 or 40. So, that's badass, man. We got a hell of a goddamn army in here. It's the fucking family, army, Cronin Club, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Old dirty sausage. Sausage, I've been missing your calls. Bird, what the fuck's up, Bird? Hey, tomorrow night after SmackDown, we're going to play PUBG live after SmackDown review tomorrow night. And it's going to be a good time, man. We're going to try to get Jake DeMarco. We're going to probably have D-Moon, I bet, maybe. We're going to maybe have Troy. And Bird, if you're around, man, get on that shit. Leah and JB's wife, damn, everyone would sub for that. I would have to put that at the $1,000 tier, though, I would have to think. Leah would have to be drugged for that to happen, probably. Oh, I mean, in real life, I think it could happen for just getting people drunk. I think that could happen. But on a stream, drugged. I mean, willingly drugged, of course. Like, oh, you know, hey, mind if we drug you for this? She'd probably say, maybe she'd say, yeah, you know, if we were desperate enough. And she was, like, losing her mind slowly or something like that, I don't know. But in real life, I think I could get that to happen in real life. Like, I think we could be at a party, meeting JB and his wife. We could all be having a couple of drinks. Then all of a sudden, you know, we're having a lot of fun. We're doing shots. And the next thing you know, later on in the night, we dare the girls to kiss. They do. They think it's funny. They're a little silly drunk. The next thing you know, Leah and JB's wife are scissoring. I think it can happen. I strongly believe that. This isn't a joke. I think it could happen. It have to be the right night, the right alcohol, and the right setting, but it could happen. But streaming, no. You'd have to tell her that, like, her kids' lives are on the line or something. I don't know what. Like, there's no way. So fucked up. What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck with me? What's up, D-Moon? Just as long as you can block Scott out, you should be good. Based Alcatraz, what's up, Based? We'll see, man. I mean, we'll see, man. Get it? We'll see. Listen, I love Ken. I'm not saying anything, but he really, you know, I agreed. I didn't want to put that podcast out there. I agreed that I thought it would be fucked up when Ken was trying to eliminate this guy completely. Like, Ken was trying to eliminate him, like I tried to before, and nobody listened to me. But you know, I'm going to move my ego aside and say, okay, now Ken's trying to do it, alright, I'll do it too. And then I said, alright, I'm not going to release the podcast. And then Ken went and did a show with the guy the next day. So, but now Ken is telling me that he certainly is never going to have him around again. It's not going to happen again. He won't be around again. So I'll tell you what, as long as he doesn't have him around, and I don't see him anywhere, I won't have him anywhere either. But I'll tell you what, the first time I see him pop up somewhere else, fucking all bets are off then. The first time I see him pop up somewhere else and say some shit about me or something, then that's it. Now we got ourselves a duel again. And it wasn't my, and I'll say it, it wasn't my fault. But, so I don't believe it, but people are saying they're going to excommunicate him. Well, I'll excommunicate him too. And maybe this time JB won't give him his own show on his fucking website or whatever. So we'll see what happens. Happy birthday to JB though. You fucking two-standard fuck. Oh man, how old is JB, you think? Is he 30 now? He might be 30. Is this the big 30 for JB? Shit, I hope it's 29, because when he's turning 30, I want to go out to Indiana and shoot him in the head with a deer gun. I'm just kidding. No.
A deer gun.
There's a such thing as that. A deer rifle. Probably would have been the right thing. Tennis match Defoe, what's up, man? I'm assuming, what's up, Vikings? I'm assuming that he will make a alternate name or something and then Patreon me again, even though he deleted his Patreon. I don't really have a problem with Scott, other than everybody has a problem with him. Like, I mean, like, I don't, you know, I don't like what he did with the address stuff. You know, I don't like what he did. It's fucked up. But other than that, the only thing I don't like is being emailed every single day, all day long, about releasing a fucking podcast. And then, dude, I can't tell you how much Ken messages me about him, and how much he messages me about Ken, and how much he messages me about me, and how much he messages other people about me. Like, just, dude, shut the fuck up already. Shut the fuck up. Like, leave me the fuck alone. And I gotta sit there talking to people about him all day long, and it's like, I don't want to talk about this guy all day long. I just don't. Why are we, like, we want to get rid of him. Why are we talking about this guy all day long? I don't want to talk about him. And he forces you to, I guess. But I don't even want to, I don't want to. I don't even care. I don't care if he says that I killed a kid once or something. I'm not even going to respond to it, because I just don't care.
He's 29.
JB's 29? How do you know that?
Ask him.
He responded to you? Tell him I can't text him because I'm live on my Patreon. And ask him if he's watching. And tell him when he's 30 I'm going to come blow him.
His back feels 40.
So, yeah. Well, tell him if he fucking came and did Corrupted and a bunch of other shows, and we fucking blew up, we could fucking get him out of that job, and he could just do his job from a desk. The fuck? JB leaving, we everybody took a step back. All the ratings everywhere went down. Started with that. That's part of the reason why I was so grumpy with him too for so long. Was I feel like I was in the middle of trying to, really trying to just get my house. I was being selfish, like, we're about to get our house, everything's going good. Let's just keep pumping it out there. We're gonna do it. And then JB leaves, and then Ken ends up going part-time, and it's like, whoa, like, that really took a hit, man. I had to refigure everything out without notice, it seemed like. And I took that like, wow, man, you really fucking walked away right as I needed you. Like, you could have at least waited till I got the house to walk away or something, like, because we had this show going that was amazing. And everybody would have gotten helped. I could have paid somebody more money if they wanted, whatever the case is. And I didn't pay much at all, but I mean, like, if people needed something, we could figure out something. But yeah, I think he just got burnt out, man. It sounds like he's playing music, he's playing gigs. He's like, I'll be playing a gig this Saturday or something. I was like, oh shit, all right. So he dumped the whole show to do music, the fucking fruitcake. So if you're listening, happy birthday, you fruitcake fuck. Ray Rock, what's up, man? I wish I was I really love Bailey, man. I'm really angry that I don't live near him, because I don't have a lot of normal friends, and I don't think Bailey's the most normal thing ever. I think Troy is pretty normal for the most part. And I think me and Bailey would get along pretty good every day. I could walk into his house and just lick his wife. No, I'm just kidding. I could walk into his house and just grab a beer, just walk out. Same thing. He'll walk in on me like jerking off or something. I could see Bailey hiding hidden cameras in his house and being like, hey, come on over, and then cooking me a big Mexican fucking nasty ass meal, and then being like, yo, let's eat some Taco Bell with this fucking tequila and hot sauce. And I'm like, man, why has he got all this food? And meanwhile, you know, he's trying to make me sick, so I'll shit in his bathroom so he can videotape it and masturbate to it. I wouldn't put it past him. You know that sick fuck would do something like that. What's up, Ray Rock? I love you, man. Remember that Joe Cronin loves Ray Rock. Tell Road Dogg to suck my dick, though, would you, Ray Rock? No, just kidding. You know, oh god, I was gonna say something really bad. Like, I can't even say that. Oh my god, thank god I didn't say that. Dude, I'm fucked up. I need to lose like 20 pounds. I've been saying that for 3 years now, and I still need to lose it. Who's gonna lose weight first, me or Ken? Take the bets now. I keep losing weight and then gaining it back. I can tell my face. My face looks fat right now. Like, I look full. Keep being selfish. This is your only job. This is your kids. See you more. Thanks, man. I think you guys know how much I mean, I like to promote stuff. I think I do a good job at promoting things. I think I do a decent job with sales and selling our product here. You guys know that. So like, it is a selfish thing. You know, you're on YouTube, you're selfish. You're like me, look at me, I want to talk all day. You know, if you wanting to sit in front of a camera, like, it's a selfish thing. And I'm an only child, so I'm really pretty damn selfish and pretty like look at me. Like, if I don't have people looking at me at some point, I start getting really fucked up in the head. I don't know why. So there's something there with whatever. But it makes you feel good when you can affect people or entertain people or be something that's valuable to people. I enjoy having something valuable to sell to people too. There's something about selling something to someone, but not because you're like, I suckered the bastards. It's not like that. It's more like, the more valuable things I can sell to people, the more valuable I feel. Like, as long as I'm providing real value, you know, it wouldn't, like, if you're like, so like selling, I feel the same way about selling stuff online. Like, I used to sell some stuff online when I had my online store. It would be amazing when I'd be like able to put something up and then have people buy it. But the real amazing thing would be to sell music, right? If you created something artistically with music and you're able to sell it, that's pretty fucking awesome. You created a song, you created something from words and whatever, you put it up and people paid money to buy your art. There's like seriously, paying money to buy your art is like the greatest feeling in the world. And even if it's only $1, like, I think Jesse was touching on this. Jesse speaks one-on-one with people because he wants to connect with people, he wants to heal people. I think he has an obsession with wanting to dig into someone and heal them or help them if they want it. You know, if you don't want it, you know, like, I've had times where I don't want it, and that's where I've gotten arguments with Jesse. But when somebody wants it, it's pretty cool, man. And so when you're able to help somebody, and even if, you know, they can only afford $2 for an hour and they work with Jesse, even that is amazingly valuable to Jesse. And I'm sure it's valuable even if he had to do it for free. But then if he talked to somebody who is somebody who made $100,000 a year and his wife left him and he's having troubles and he's got the money and he decides to give Jesse $100 for an hour session, incredible value because he connected with that person one-on-one, but also the guy gave, not only did he connect with that spiritually and one-on-one and on a bonding level, but you also received something valuable monetarily, which compiles onto that, if that makes any sense. It's incredibly, it's unbelievably great feeling. And my art is talking and ranting, whether it's about serious stuff, a stupid opinion. I'm not smart. You know, I say a bunch of shit. If only I was smarter, I could say stuff that was a little more valuable. But you know, when I create a podcast, that's my song, that's my music, that's my art. I feel like I just created art. Because you're like, well, that podcast was okay, it didn't go the way I wanted to go. Hey, but people still bought it. You know, or wow, we really created something tonight that was funny as shit. Like, I hope a lot of people check it out, and then people sign up and they buy it and whatever. Then that feels really good. Like, we did something that I thought was really funny, and I think we were able to steer a show in a way that was entertaining. And when people buy that, or, you know, people paid for that, it's just double. It's double, I'm trying to think of the word, gratifying, I guess. And then on top of that, to know that every single thing I do, you know, our house rides on that, my family rides on that, whether we eat rides on that. You know, it's not a hobby anymore. This is life. If I fuck up, you know, people are not going to be happy here, you know. So that's the only part that is stressful, like, because if you're doing it, if you have a full-time job again, and you're doing it part-time, pretty much if you fail, mostly what you're losing is your ego and your time. You wasted your time. But, you know, when I started this, if I didn't do something funny or good or entertaining or interesting, you know, all I lost was my own time. I wasted time. I could have been with my family. Instead, I was here wasting time on something, whatever the fuck. But when we started getting results back, when you get emails from people saying, I've been in the hospital, your show got me through that, or I'll never forget this moment, that moment, this moment, this moment, that moment, this time, I look forward to this, that, or the other thing. And then people also put down money to hear things. Like, it just builds, and builds. I mean, it's pretty fucking crazy. The battery's starting to die on my phone. Anyway, I'm done with my rambling rant of fucking nostalgic, artistic pat on the back. I don't know what the fuck that was, but... The Great Deity. What's up, Great Deity? I love the Here's My Apology t-shirt. Also have the cards I won. Going to have them in a binder soon. Hey, Jason Tar. Thanks, man. Yeah, dude, I remember that, man. You won you won the giveaway on and I sent it to you. And I think it took forever for me to send that to you, or to get that to you. I remember that. It took a while to get that shit to you, so shout out to you for fucking dealing with that, man. I suck with shipping stuff, for sure. I wouldn't see the thing about YouTube, and then, you know, we're doing YouTube, Patreon, podcasting, and everything I do. It's not easy, but it is like living the dream job. You know what I mean? So, as much as we can complain, or I can complain, and things suck, and, you know, in 4 months from now, if I'm in a house of my own in 4 months from now, I'd predict my stress levels dropping immensely. You know, to be in our own house, I think, you know, Leah's stress levels will drop immensely. My stress levels will drop. My kids will have an easier time in life. You know, I'll be able to, I can say to Leah, you know, like, no, I gave you the kids. I gave you the car. I gave you the house. You took care of all the kids. You know what I mean? It's like a double bonding thing.
You gave me kids?
I gave you kids.
No, you gave me sperm. I gave you kids.
No, well, I know I gave you kids. Because if the kid came out with 3 hands, you'd say, you gave me, this is your fault. But no, I gave you beautiful kids, goddammit, so fuck that.
You gave me half a blueprint.
I know, I did.
I did all the construction.
That's fine, but I still did it. You know, you screamed at me that I wasn't going to be able to give you a girl, and I gave you a girl.
Crazy.
That's okay, you got one. Your family, I remember one time you were like, your family's, you can't get, your family doesn't have girls, we're screwed. Gave you a girl. I don't care, you got one. And that's your mom's fault. She cursed you. And you did that. Buy me a house, $500 donation coming soon. Oh my god. Buy me a house. Thank you guys too, the people that are longtime patrons who've been here a long time, for sure. Yeah, I mean, when I'm doing shows and we're live, I mean, sometimes kids are waking up crying, kids are waking up with diapers, something broke or somewhere, or, you know, Leah's always doing all kinds of shit, you know what I mean? I don't think we're like up our kids. We're definitely not up our kids' ass like parents who are like, you know, you'd better do this. Now we gotta do that and this. You know, we're a lot more lenient, but so I'm sure there's other parents that work harder because they're fucking anal. They're micromanaging their kids. We don't micromanage our kids. We probably should a little more maybe, but you know, there's a lot of work to be done in the, well, I'm doing work, Leah's doing all that, so it's pretty fucking crazy. And when you think about the fact that we're all in the same house together, and there's no real, there are separate rooms, but there's really nowhere to go to do this and be a parent and watch TV and relax. It's all in the same room, so it's pretty stressful in that way. But you know, there's like 7 people living in an apartment somewhere right now, so that's, you know, fuck it, you know, it's not that bad. But to do this job that I'm doing at home, it is, right? Like, so if we have like 2 rooms that we're in, but I do a 40-hour job out there somewhere, well, it's probably less stressful at home because I'm not here trying to do a job and Leah's worrying in the background that she's got to watch the kids while trying to relax, because I'm trying to do work at home, because I'm right here and they're bothering me, or I got to go out there and they're coming in screaming. So when we have our own house, there'll probably be a room where I can lock myself in the room. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. You know, that's it. I'm going to work. I'll have my phone page me if something happens, and I can pause the stream maybe or whatever, and come in, take a commercial break, whatever the case is. You know, here that can't happen, so there's just probably more stress all around. It's more stressful that I'm working from home. It's more stressful that all of us are on top of each other, but when we have a house, it won't be as stressful that I'm working from home because I'll be separated, and if somebody needs me, I can help. So it's going to be a different situation. So it's pretty crazy what goes into it. So I am doing the hobby. You know, I'm when they say, remember what was that stupid saying, like, work it, fucking do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life, whatever the fuck it is. I don't think I'm quite happy enough that I'm there yet, but this is you know, I get to do this. So it's pretty crazy at 34. But, you know, I didn't just start doing this like some of the 18, 17-year-olds who do it, and then they blow up and they have 1 million subs or whatever, they're on streaming. You know, I worked 16 years before that at jobs that I know what it's like to sit there sweating at a job that you can't stand. I know what it's like to walk out of jobs, you can't stand it anymore, or you don't know what the hell you're going to do next for a job. You have to apply for a job and you're terrified. You're not hearing back from jobs. You know, you get a job, they move, your job gets fucked over. I mean, you go into a corner and start crying your eyes out because you just can't deal with what you're doing. You feel like you're a fucking slave and you're tortured doing whatever the fuck job you're doing because you had to do it even though you don't want to be there. You can't do the thing you really love. Like, that's the most enraging thing ever. And I think, you know, some people do it with music, or they do it with maybe podcasts like we do, or they do it with whatever. You take the thing that you probably wanted to love, that you wanted to do, and you turn it into your hobby so you have some sanity. You know, you wanted to be a hockey player, but you're never going to be a pro hockey player. So on Friday nights, you go out and you play hockey with your friends. And, you know, you go to work, do your plumbing job throughout the week, and, you know, it's all right, but it's not your dream job. But if you can try your best to do the job that you love or something close to it, you'll be all right, you know? I mean, I wanted to be in radio, or I wanted to be a wrestling announcer, or I wanted to be, you know, a musician or something like that. Those are all things that I definitely love and I would want to do. You know, working at home on YouTube is the closest thing we could get to that at this point. And that's pretty cool. Yeah, you want to own a tattoo shop, right? So, or maybe you're like a really good artist, but there's so many artists out there that things are just so fucked up, you know what I mean? You know, you always want to keep that hobby on the side, you know what I mean? Keep that hobby and never stop doing it, because you never know when you're going to maybe be able to use it or apply it to your job. Like, I was able to take my sales experience, and I can say that when I worked at the shoe place that I worked at, that was pretty cool, because I was able to do sales, and I was able to take my skills of communication with people. I enjoy helping people, and I was able to help people at that job. And so that job I loved. I was there 3 years. I didn't quit. I didn't want to quit because, you know, I enjoyed helping people. So even though it wasn't the dream job, it was something I liked doing, so it wasn't that bad. But I definitely know what it's like to work somewhere where you just don't want to be there, but you had to take the job. You know, you got to get out of that situation as fast as possible. And maybe as fast as possible is 2 years. Maybe it's 6 months. Whatever. But always be looking for that opportunity. Don't, like, be like, all right, I'm stocking shelves. It's torture. I hate it. But there aren't any jobs for, you know, artists doing a comic book drawing or whatever. Well, a lot of people, what they end up doing is they keep going to that stock job, stocking the shelves every day, and they hate it. And they don't bother applying to any more artist jobs. And they don't bother. It's like, no, never stop doing that. Look every day on fucking startups, GoFundMes, whatever the fuck they're called, the fundraising websites. Look for people that have comic books that need an artist. Look around on Craigslist, whatever. Look everywhere for work, for help. Start doing that as your second job or your part-time job, and eventually you may land a job. There was a guy who worked on Marvel Comics and worked on drawing, I think it was Marvel Comics or X-Men Comics, and he was loading on a dock or something like that, or he was working as a driver somewhere, I forget what it was, and he absolutely hated it, right? But he was always drawing all this shit. And so he was submitting it all the time, and like a year and a half into submitting and looking for jobs online, he came across, like, they were looking for somebody that could draw and do whatever. He just happened to see it. He submitted. They hired him. The guy makes probably $200,000 a year now, or $300,000 a year now, as an artist, and he works in L.A. And now he's an art, and it was because he was persistent for a year and a half at his dream. I mean, sometimes people, you suck at something. You think you're good at it, you suck at it. I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to tour the world, be a musician. Well, I'm okay at drums, and I'm kind of creative and okay at putting some song things together, but I'm not really that good. I'm not on the good enough level, I don't think, that I can be a musician. But I really wanted to be. So it's still a hobby, but I recognized that I didn't quite have the skill needed to maybe do that, but still create anyway, because maybe something I do will be good, you know? I don't know, man. Everybody should do that. But I see lots of people that don't do that. They don't submit. They don't keep doing the hobby, the thing that they really want to do. They'll just keep going to work every day being miserable and stop. But it's like, no, dude, every day submit. Submit. If you don't really love your job, keep submitting to things that you'll love better or you'll like better. And take a fucking chance. But you can take a chance without taking a chance. Don't just quit your job and try. You know, keep submitting while you're at your job. You're not going to lose your job then, you know? What's up, Ray Rock? Oh man, I wish I could have seen what you and Drew Gatekeeper were talking about. Coming to me to buy what concept? I'm not sure. Capri Sun, baby. Gatekeeper Drew says, what do you think the net worth of the Monetize This brand is, Joe? I don't know, man. It's probably worth a lot, to be honest. I don't know, though, because it's different. Because, like, if you were talking about, like, somebody else buying Monetize This or buying my channel, which people have done before, like, you were telling, like, saying, like, oh, maybe you'll sell this channel to somebody. You know, you wouldn't want to tell them this, but if somebody else came on my show and was doing my show, you know, a lot of people would leave because they'd be like, well, this isn't Joe, you know? So you know, it just wouldn't, you'd lose a lot of those people. A lot of people would stay, though, and you would have something to build off of, no doubt. But I would say maybe you're looking at 20%. You'd have to be really good right away, and you'd have to hold their attention to keep probably 20% of the audience. But, you know, if I was dealing with somebody, I probably wouldn't say that to them. I'd be like, oh, you want to buy my brand? It's crazy. But theoretically, if you look at how much the donations we've made over the last 2 years, and you look at, you know, everything that's going on, and somebody wanted to just buy Monetize This or buy my channel, I don't know what you're... Like, if I get to keep corrupted, or if, like, I'm not really sure. Yeah, it would be tough without the same people and the host and everything like that. But what would I sell it for? That's a question, man. That's a good question. It'd be tough. If I could you know, I could still be on YouTube and I could create my own channel, and they were just buying the Monetize This Show and the Joe Cronin Show channel, and they were going to rename it or something to Monetize This Channel or something. But I could still be on YouTube doing shows myself. To buy me out of that, it'd probably be, I'd probably say it'd probably be around the 100,000s, 300,000. Probably be $300,000, to be honest. So I don't think I don't know if people would buy that, because I don't know if they get the money. I don't know if they get the return on that. But I guess if you said that, you know, they had to get something more out of it and I had to cut a deal, I suppose if I was able to still stay on YouTube, I could sell it for 150. So maybe I could cut it in half, and I would do 150,000. Maybe I would sell it for 150,000. I don't know. But nobody would be able to do the same thing, so I don't know if anybody would really buy it, you know, because it wouldn't be the same thing. You know, the people would probably just go look for my other channel, you know. And, you know, we'd probably make a deal where I couldn't advertise, like, hey, I'm going to be going over here, and then I do a show called, like, you know, Late Night Hangout, you know, like, I mean, you know, I don't know. Wandy's saying $1 billion. Yeah, I mean, I'll help people on YouTube too if people have that in them. A lot of people just see YouTubers and they see YouTube stuff and they're like, oh, I can do that too, yeah. And I don't think a lot of people understand like what you have to do do well at it. Because I failed for 10 years, you know. I mean, that's where I get like kind of offended with stuff like, oh, it's like wrestling, you know. You don't just come in. You can though. That's the thing, is you can't just come in. So it's really hard to say, but I know that I failed for 10 years, you know, or not 10 years. How long did I fail for? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I failed for 6 years. I failed for 6 years. They'd come find you. What's up, Jesse? Glorious Eugene, what's up, bro? I do like anal in my ass, yeah. I went way longer than I was going to go tonight with this, but I had fun blabbering on to you guys. I love that I'm always energized at 2:40 in the morning. I couldn't sleep last night at all. I tried. I really tried. I took melatonin. Shit, I couldn't go to sleep last night. And you'll notice that when you hear my podcast that I uploaded that was called Note to Self Episode 2. My Note to Self podcasts mostly are taking place when I'm hyper and I can't sleep. I'm recording them on my phone. So that's another thing you can listen to. Why did I owe the IRS was because I mismanaged. I mean, I didn't do that bad a job at the money, but I kind of like miscalculated some of the money over the last couple of years. You know, I kind of didn't pay the taxes up front. I knew they would eventually come, so I wasn't full on surprised, but it did delay things a little bit because we paid for things we needed to pay for and did things. But the good news is I got the credit set up. So while I did spend a lot of money on paying off credit and doing stuff like that, even though that set us back a bit, the credit is good now. So that's the good news. I got the credit to where it needed to be. And it proves to anybody who has bad credit right now that within 2 years or 1 year, you can get your credit up. Because I went from a 480 to a 690 in about a year and a half. Or in about 4 years I did that. But I really wasn't trying the first 2 years at all. So 2 years, 480 to 690. And soon to be 700. So, you know, if your credit's a piece of shit, you can rebuild your credit. That's the good news. It really does work. Monica says, anal is great. Wait, what? Oh my god. Monica, what the fuck? You know that feeling when you're feeling really good down there and it's just going inside you good? And then just your other hole gets filled up nice. Like, you're just like, yeah. Leah, what?
You're gross.
You like it.
Dude, the way you talk, though,
I know, it's supposed to be. I literally did that just to hear you go, what the fuck?
But it's like the way you talk, though, it's like, I would be like, I don't want those words coming out of my mouth, and that's, like, I don't know. Weird.
You want something coming in your mouth.
She's still awake. I'll can yell at her. Just scare her. Isn't that what dads do?
I've been doing that. 1 billion, it's worth more than that. Aru Shinchu, what's up, Aru? Ralu. I don't know if I don't mean like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth more than that, but.
What?
My show. If I were to sell it to somebody.
How much should you sell it for?
It's probably, well, I said 150,000.
Then what would we live on after that? You can't buy a house.
Well, I could make a new YouTube channel, but I'd be selling monetized this. I said 300,000 first, though. It would probably be the, because then I could buy the house, you know. That's what I said. That's the problem. You'd buy it, but then the people would be like, "Fuck this," and they'd be like, "This isn't Joe. Fuck this," and this isn't everybody. Like, what is this? This isn't monetized. This. Fuck this. Yeah, I have to go. I have to scare my kids sometimes. That's the problem with us living in this place. Is the kids all wake themselves up. They're all in the same room. The baby wakes up the 4-year-old. The 4-year-old wakes up everybody. Then the 8-year-old tells on them, and then everybody wakes up and goes, "Hey, it's playtime." And fucking. Alright, well, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys very much for being patrons, for keeping this shit going, for real. Fuck, I don't know, man. Thanks to everybody who pledged, came back to Patreon, upped your Patreon, anybody who is gonna be upping theirs later, or anybody that just stays here, man. I'm trying to figure out a way to acknowledge some of the people that have been here a really long time, and all that stuff. Yeah, it would be a great scam. All my followers just follow me to the new channel. They leave that guy, but I got $150,000. I mean, that sounds like a good idea to me. As long as I don't get sued, you know? As long as we can make sure they know, like, hey, you're probably going to lose this fucking site. The fuck is that noise? I think it's against YouTube's terms of services now, too, to sell channels and stuff. Pretty sure. But fuck it. Alright guys, good night. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for helping me and hanging out with me and enjoying the content here and spreading the word all over Twitter and all over Facebook. Remember to like me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on Instagram.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thanks for telling everybody about how good Patreon is. I try to pump it up myself, but you guys have really been telling people how cool it is over here. If you missed the stuff from the last couple of days, go watch it. And if you got patience, in the next 15 minutes, or less actually, I will have me and Jesse's little podcast up as well for you. So check that out as well. Alright, Friday Night Corrupted, yeah, that's what it'd be, D-Moon. Alright, I'll see you guys for SmackDown tomorrow, plus a PUBG stream after. Probably some wrestling news in the day on the JCS channel. And feel free to message me with any questions or comments or whatever you want to say to me here. I will try to do that. Yeah, I really don't have eyebrows anyway, so when they cover them, they're not really there anyway. What's up, Ray Rock? Yeah, you've been here a long time, Ray Rock. Cheers to everybody. Love you guys. Thank you, and goodbye.